Hey guys, welcome back to the Lazy T. I'm out here working on the property today. I'm down here by the future home of cabin number one. Beyond cabin number one, though, is what I want to talk to you about. Beyond cabin number one is where our septic system is going to go. Okay? Those of you that have dealt with putting in septic systems and health departments and things like that are probably sitting at home right now shaking your head going, oh, here we go. What's he running into? Well, it's been, I wouldn't say quite the issue, but it has certainly been the long pole in the tent right now. We put our application in for our septic system about almost 2 months ago now, and we have yet to hear back from them or have anybody come out and even look at the property. Here's kind of the gist of it. We're in Graham County, North Carolina. We are way out west. We border Tennessee, and currently we do not have an actual health inspector here within the county. So our applications for things like septic systems that have to be run through the health department are actually being checked off by Swain County, a neighboring county. Their health inspector comes over on his days off, apparently, or it might be a side hustle, I don't know. So only on Saturdays is when this person is over here in Graham County looking at approving, taking tests and things like that. So here in Graham County, of course it varies wherever you go. They show up, the county shows up, the health inspector, they dig the holes, they do the perk test, all this other stuff, and then they design a septic system based on what kind of structures we're building, how many people are going to be here, gallons per day. There's a whole book about this on how to figure this stuff out. And again, as some of your eyes are glazing over, you want to get some good go to sleep material. Pick up one of the health department books that talk about how to calculate for gallons per day and usage, and the fact that they calculate, I believe the standard that's put out by the NFPA says that a washing machine is calculated at 50 gallons a day. Whether it's used or not, you know, just things like that. It's really something. Anyway, so when we have people out here to look at the property, to give us some estimates on some of the work they're doing, everybody tells me to just stop. Do not do anything until you get the okay from your health department, and here's why. Like I said, I'm down here by the future home of cabin number one, and behind me on this direction here is where our septic tank and leach field and stuff like that are going to go. If that area doesn't perk to the level that we need it to absorb the water, that's not going to be where our leach field is going to go. And there's no reason to build anything until that is solidified. They could come in and say, yeah, this area here is not suitable for absorbing the amount of water that you're going to be producing at your property. So we may have to move your leach field or your tank and everything over to another part of the property. So there's no use putting in our circular driveway here, anything like that. If everything is going to change, we would just be sitting out burning money. We'd have a circular driveway with nothing around it. So that's kind of the gist of it. So that's why I'm kind of working on all these little projects, digging up stumps and, you know, things like that. Things that, one, don't really cost a whole lot of money. It's just a lot of effort out here, you know, burning some pounds. And just kind of beautifying the area, keeping on top of things, and getting it prepped for the one day that our health inspector is going to show up here and, you know, bless our property with what they say. So things we still don't know. We still don't know what size septic tank they're going to require, how many feet of drainage line they're going to require. Having some of the septic installers that have dealt with the health department before, it seems very, you know, one of these situations where you got to know somebody. We've heard everything from, as it sits on paper, each cabin is rated. The smallest structure that they calculate for is a 2-bedroom. That's 250 gallons a day. Obviously, 250 gallons a day is not going to come out of one of our smaller than 300 square foot cabins. And then other folks that have come out here and said, no, they're just going to require you to have a 1,000-gallon tank, and then they're going to require 100 feet per cabin of drainage line. So that's 500 feet of drainage line. But as you can see behind me, it's fairly wooded. You can't have trees and things like that on your drainage field. It's all got to be cleared out. And there's other things. There's other ways to design your leach field and things like that. You can have a mounded drainage field. But again, and we are also on a very sloped, we have a very sloped topography here. And those drainage lines have to be dead level. You don't need, they can't have a slope to them because all the water will run down the line and just puddle and pool and erode in one section. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so that's the gist of it. I wanted to take some time and kind of give you an idea about what you're waiting on. If you hear me or see some posts from me talking about the health department, still haven't heard from them, that's kind of the gist of it. I've talked now for just over 6 minutes, so and believe me, I could go on for another 10 or 15. Never mind get Rebecca involved in all this. It's very interesting. It's, we appreciate the effort that they put forward and everything. And, we're looking forward to moving forward, to say the least. So that's the gist on the health department, the health inspector. We're still waiting on them. Here we are, beginning of June, so we'll see. I'll follow up this post with something else once they come out. If I find some holes that they were out here one weekend and they dug holes, that's good news. But we'll see. All right, so thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.